All right, for this movement, it's a little bit complicated here, but what you're gonna do is you're gonna lay flat on your back. We're going to get a little bit of a glute bridge, just enough to get your hips off the ground, but we're not gonna raise them to full extension, just off the ground. And then what we'll do with the opposite leg is you're gonna raise your leg up as high as you can, and then you're gonna go out to the side, and then bring it up, and then back down. Now the goal here is to get full motion, so full motion this way, full motion out to the side, full motion back here, and then back. All that without letting your hips touch the ground. All right, for this movement here, we're gonna start in a 90-90 position, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna lift this back leg up as high as we can, right? Before turning over, and then we're here back in that 90 position, but then we're gonna do a flow through. And ideally, we're popping up, stepping through, and then lunging into that position, getting a deep stretch in the hips. Then we're gonna rotate back to our 90-90 position, rotate around, back here, and then again, up and moving through into that deep lunge position there. And then you're just gonna rock back and forth through that flow for as many reps as you need. A bird dog hold, okay? What we'll do is we'll get in the typical bird dog position. We wanna engage the abdomen under here. We want shoulders over our hands, hips over our knees, and we're gonna extend out with our arm as far as we can and our back leg as far as we can. And we wanna be able to hold this position for the given time. And then we're gonna do the opposite side, engaging the abdomen, extending out as far as possible, hold, and then return to the start. Movement here, we're gonna do a quadruped hip cars, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna be shoulders over hands, hips over knees. We're gonna extend one leg back as far as we can, and then we're gonna rotate that around as high as we can before returning to that starting position. Then we're gonna rotate up and around and back, again, extending as far as we can before returning to the starting position, and just working through that, trying to open up the hips as much as possible as you go through that motion. For this movement, we want to be cautious with this. You want to use a weight that's not too heavy. I'm using 8 pounds here. Honestly, you may not want to go too much more than that, especially if you're having pain at your shoulder. What we're going to do is we're going to lay back in a bench position, so effectively doing a single arm bench. And after one rep, we're gonna bring down into kind of an extended position at the shoulder, and then let the weight kind of take your arm into external rotation, rotate out of that, give me a press, down, rotate back, get a little stretch, boom. And that's why we don't wanna have too much weight, because this right here is a pretty vulnerable position. So you definitely don't wanna overload that. You wanna be a little bit cautious, but that can be a really good movement to strengthen the front of your shoulder, especially if you're having pain like on the front with overhead pressing. It can help loosen up that mobilization into rotation so you can press overhead.